S-38, just complete the last static fire on the orbital launch mount. B-15 has again been crowned white and hot staging ring, and we finally have a date for Starship Flight 11. This and more in this week Starbase Update. The week's starts on September 20th, with TT-18.3 begin moved to Massey, where after an hour rollout has been parked next to Can Crusher 2.0. Where is TT-18.1? We aren't sure if they plan another test for this test tank after the events of the last cryo test, but we will keep our eyes open on that. Going back to TT-18.3, we initially suspect that is going to do cryo testing when we saw workers extend a nitrogen pipeline to TT-18.3. And in fact, yesterday on September 26th, TT-18.3 was partially filled with cryogenic fuel. When we are editing this video, TT-18.3 has already gone through another round of testing with a more cryogenic fluid load into the tank. It is incredible to see how the frost line now go to the top of the tank right into the hot staging ring. Talking about the next flight vehicle on September 21st, we see a hot staging ring roll out from Star Factory and win into Mega Bay 1. The same day, from Sentinel Cam, we see HSR being raised by the bridge crane in Mega Bay 1 for installation on B-15. Then, on September 26th, we have a booster transport stand staging outside Mega Bay 1 for a while before being moved in the bay. The same day, we observe B-15 loaded on the booster transport stand and exit the bay for going to the rocket garden where it was parked near to B-17. Before I concentrate on Ship 38, we have another booster to talk about. In fact, this week, B-12 was either on the move. This is the first Super Heavy booster that SpaceX has accomplished to catch. A little of 2 months ago was taken from Rocket Garden and went straight to Mega Bay 1, where has received engine and some other attention in preparation for its display. On September 26th, an old generation, a little modified stand has been parked outside Mega Bay 1, and after a little of work was moved in for take B-12. The next day, on September 27th, the booster was exit the Mega Bay and went to the Rocket Garden, where he was parked next to his companion, B-15 and B-17. So, the moment we are waiting for. This week, Ship 38 has finally light on his engine after 2 scrubs in a row that we don't have yet official info about. On September 22nd, the chopsticks has been raised to the top of the tower, the SQD arm was closed in, and Ship 38 has light all of his 6 Raptor engine. After that, the next day, the QD plate was removed and the ship was lifted into air to be put back on the ship transport stand. So we don't have a single engine static fire, unlike all of the previous Block 2 ship test campaign. We suspect that they have skipped this test because they're already demonstrating an in-space burn with Ship 37 in Flight 10 that I think validate the relighting of the engine in space. So after has been lowered on his transport stand, S-38 was transported back to Mega Bay 2, where her have to receive final preparations before launch, and eventually some dumplings, maybe one with camera, before going back to the launch site and been stacked with B-15. Talking about final pre-flight work, when we expect Flight 11 will take, please? Well, finally, we have an answer for that. In fact, on September 26th, the NOTMAR, or Local Notice to Marines, for Flight 11 was released and indicates October 13th as the first day available for launch. You recognize this date? Yes, this is the same day where a year ago, SpaceX had accomplished catch for the first time a Super Heavy booster. We don't know if this is a complete coincidence or if SpaceX has made this choice on purpose, but it would be really cool to see the catch of an already flowed Super Heavy booster on the anniversary of the first Super Heavy catch, if B-15 is meant to be caught. Because actually, we aren't sure if SpaceX is going to catch that booster or expend it like the last 2 flights for more tests. But we sure hope they catch it. Moving to ground hardware, this week we have multiple tests of the flame bucket of the new Pad 2 orbital launch mount with at least the same intensity, except for the first test is incredible how faster they can recycle the water and repeat the test. And we have a lot of interest in to see if, with this system, they are capable of do multiple launch without the need of a water resupply. This will help to reduce the number of truck of water going to the launch site and will help for fast turnaround. Beyond this test, we have the new Thank Farm came alive again and do some testing. We don't know for sure what type of test this is, but is always exciting to see how fast the new system are coming online and how we are close to the first flight of Block 3 ship and booster, despite both B-18 that as received is aft section last week and S-39 them is receiving tiles in Star Factory, are even close to stacking and go to Massey for initial testing.
Speaking about Massey, the reconstruction work is coming nicely, with the new QD interface for ship refuel beginning raised up. Control, electric, and feed lines bunker beginning complete. The pouring of concrete and a lot of pump, line, and supports beginning raised throughout the site, and preparation for a blast wall construction are ongoing. It's incredible to see how many things chancing in this site. Weeks after weeks rushing to have the site operational for preparing to test Block 3. Article, when is the time to do so? Another thing that we can see is that the remain of B-13 has gone, so we can assume that he has been completely scrapped. We are going to miss you, 13. Finally, back to Sanchez. We don't have a lot of work ongoing, except for some minor work on the SQD arm. The big thing is that Gigabay is coming nicely, and we almost reach the Gigabay in Florida that, this week, has accomplished a major milestone. In fact, the bay has started to raise up in the sky. It won't take long to see this in Starbase as well, and then we are going to watch every day a major milestone that will make us a taste of the future of the Starship program. So, that's it for the week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us for more great content coming your way. Thanks so much for watching and for being part of this community. Your support really means a lot. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.